Hey y'all. Hold on one second. All right, how we looking? I'm going to finish on this hat thing here. See how this looks. Ooh, I got it tight on here today. All right, see that 22 too. All right. Okay, check me out. We did it. We did it, y'all. Okay. I am Dr. Burr now. Dr. Burr. Okay. See the three stripes. I have to thank y'all so much for hanging with me for the last, I guess I've been doing this since 2017, but not really, maybe. But hanging out with me throughout that whole time and being a member of my channel, just because your support has definitely encouraged me to just have like a social life or take a break outside of school to remember to do things that I liked. So I am a doctor of optometry, which is an eye doctor, if you don't know what that is. So I am happy I'm finally done with school. I also have a blog. I have revamped everything. I think in the last video I did talk about how I changed my name from the Transition Chronicles to Solo Travels with Burr, because that's going to be my focus here. So if you haven't already, check out my blog, Solo Travels with Burr. I have a list of blogs there that detail like my experience through school and pretty much my journey to get here. So although I was in school longer than 12 years, the actual time from when I decided to pursue or even entered into the optometry field was about 12 years. So I called it 12 Years a Student. You should definitely check it out and just like see my experience through school and the ups and downs. And I just pretty much go on to share stories, and on my Facebook I told people thank you, but that was more for like private family and friends. So anyways, I'm gonna have this on throughout the whole video just because this is my regalia and I probably won't get to wear this ever again unless I do a graduation event, which I might do in the future. I'm doing a residency after graduation in pediatrics, and I'm so excited about that. And I'm actually getting ready to move out of state in 1 week from now. So you'll see a whole new background, and I'm just thrilled. I'll have time to myself, even though I'll still be working Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. I will still have like more freedom and time to just be human again, which I love. So yay to us. We did it. Okay, let's transition into my first trip for the month of May. Okay, so in May, I celebrated my birthday, but I've taken on the role of everybody else. Like I celebrate my birthday for a whole month. It's just something I like to do, especially since like I don't really have people who throw me surprise parties or anything, but I can celebrate myself. So anyways, I knew I wanted to take a cruise because my last rotation was ending like May 7th. So we found out our rotation ended a week earlier than we were supposed to. And then I knew I was going on a family vacation later, a week before graduation. So I said, I have 1 week off. I love cruising. I need to do a cruise. So of course I went by myself, and that was one of the best cruises I've been on. I met some great people. What else can I say? I'll add, so there's two things I'm just going to focus on from that trip. One thing I learned to love now when I'm on cruises is to take advantage of the photos. So I found one good photographer. Like he was incredible. He was just one of the photographers that gets you when you're walking on your way to dinner. And he always took good photos of me. They just looked thebomb.com. And I ended up purchasing two of his. But I already knew that I wanted to do kind of like a professional headshot photo shoot on the ship because it was free for just the studio session. And if I didn't like it, I didn't have to purchase anything with no obligation. So I was excited about that. And I tried to support like local photographers in my area, but the timing just never worked out with my work schedule, school schedule, and just generally feeling overwhelmed and having to commit like a large amount of money for photos I may not even like. So that's why I wanted to try Carnival. So on this cruise I went on was the Carnival Conquest. It was my first time on that one. We left out of Miami. I felt like the onboarding process was smooth, so easy. I literally got off my plane, waited for my shuttle, and we walked pretty much right onto the ship after you did your little check-in process. Very smooth. And so I was on the ship. I did carry-on luggage because last time we were waiting a while, but I wish I would have just let them take my luggage because most people's luggage was by the door when they came on, like we're ready to go to the room because the rooms weren't ready till like 1. But I was on the ship by I had to be on the ship by 11 o'clock. So it was like, I felt like I got a good value for this trip. All right. So anyways, I know I wanted to do photos. So I did a dream studio photo session. And when I was walking on the ship, they send you like a schedule ahead of time so you can sign up for slots. But I just didn't have time to focus or do that before the trip because I didn't pack anything. I was so unorganized, just kind of like I am in this video. But that's because I have a lot of stuff to do. So I was like, let me just get up and do this real quick. Anyways, so I was kind of like, let me just go and sign up when I get on the ship. And I happened to see the photographer's name, and I was like, this looks familiar. And then when I came back for dinner to like sign up, I looked at her. I was like, I know you. You took my photos on a ship like 2 years ago. And it was the same photographer who was on the Dream Studios for Carnival Liberty back in 2019. And she had actually shot me and my ex-boyfriend at the time. And I never got those photos. Didn't keep him either. Whatever. But I was like, she was a great photographer. So we laughed about that. And she actually did my session over several days. So here are some photos I'll just throw in of my session with her. And we took some, like the different outfits I didn't change throughout the session. I just did those on different days. And it was so easy. I could just grab her like, hey, do you have a moment? Or she would just ask me, you want to get photos now? And I would just go get them. And my goal was to just, again, get a professional headshot. And so you see some of the photos. The first one's a little risque. So finally, the last one was exactly what I needed for my like professional photos to send for jobs or board applications, stuff like that. So I was very excited. I love those photos. And then we tried the photo shoot like around the ship. You can do black or white or around the ship. And then she'll also put other photos that are not supposed to be black and white. She can change all of those for you. So they showed me a bunch of black and white ones, but I didn't choose them. I wish I would have got more. But I really liked the photos. So the ones around the ship we wanted to do for my blog, like with the water. It had been hot the whole time on the cruise with little wind flow throughout the ship when we were out to sea. But today, that day that we did it, it was so windy. And I was like almost embarrassing because usually I wear dress shorts, but my dress kept blowing up. And so I had to keep holding it down with one hand. And she's trying to get me to look at the camera. And I'm just trying to, hold that. And then like I had this shawl on. And so it was blowing off here. So I was trying to hold that. And I just looked so uncomfortable. And so she tried to work with me as best she could. And I had to tie my dress in a knot. Like, it was a mess. It was absolutely a mess. But we ended up picking one from that shot that could work. You might see that pop up, but I don't think I want to use it just because it wasn't the best one. But she gave that one to me for free, I think. Because they had photo packages where you can do printed ones, and I don't need any printed photos. I need a digital copy, so she worked with me on that one. It cost a little penny, but I feel like those photos were worth it because I didn't really have any nice professional photos of myself because I typically don't like taking pictures. I've always been that way. It's just how I am. So I did that. I would recommend the Dream Studio session if you ever get to try it on a Carnival cruise line. I think you're actually going to really like those pictures because they professionally edit them too before you even see them. And the ones that weren't professionally edited, that were done by the photographers throughout the ship, those were still nice. And those are right here from that guy, like, and I'll put his picture up here too. He was incredible. And I made sure I did a survey about all these people. You want to make sure you do your survey because that lets them get promotions. They get extra time off. They were fabulous. The staff on this ship was amazing. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, pause. All right, and so the second thing I want to mention from the cruise that I recommend doing is the seated dining. I always do that because they're gonna sit you around people who are, I guess, in the same category as you, as far as I can't really like stiffly say age, just because one cruise I went on, there were mostly older people, so I was around people who were just singles or widowed. So if you're single, you're gonna be in that table. And so I actually had some bomb cruise mates for this one. I found myself enjoying to hang around them like throughout the cruise on different days. So one, I went to the casino with, and I learned how to play roulette. I've usually been a slots girl, but now I didn't upgrade it because roulette was actually pretty fun. And I get free drinks, so I was in this casino. So it was a great offer, great time to take a cruise. So I enjoyed that, and I'm going to be playing that game for sure when I go back because it's pretty easy to win something. Then one of them, like, we would just go hang out on the deck and just people watch whatever during the day. And that was nice too. I'm learning too, it's like, again, I like traveling alone, but it's cool just to meet new people and do some fun things. So here's a quick picture of them. They're incredible. And if you want to, I think you should follow me on Instagram because I'm noticing that I like to post stories of when I'm actively doing things versus post. If I post a post, it's because like it's a video that I put together, maybe. But mostly my experience is going to be through the stories. So they can just kind of go away. Because I don't want like my Instagram to be full of like food or whatever. It's just whatever. So you should follow me on Instagram. It's Burlady, MISSBERLADY. And follow me on www.solotravelswithburr.com and check me out there so you can find out more about what I'm doing. Lord, if this angle looks a little different, it's because I had to do a quick little add in. So I split the second part of this video and the ending. So I'll switch a little bit. Anyways, so I forgot to mention the 2 trips I took after the cruise. I was gone for a month. So right after I got back from the cruise, I had like a couple of days. I got back on a Friday, which was my birthday. Went to dinner, celebrate my friend. And the food was so good on the cruise that like I was so disappointed when I got back home and I went out to this restaurant. It was just trash. So different. Oh my God, the food was so good. The chef was amazing on the cruise. And so I think I don't know if I have any photos left of those, but I'm going to throw those in there because C-Day brunch was amazing. They have some good healthy options up there now, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. All right, so second trip. We did a family vacation to Hawaii. That was our first time going back as a family. I was born there. And we lived there probably till I was about like 4. And then we left. So it was nice going back to visit Hawaii. I would say that's when I found out I was really a solo traveler. And I need my own room. But we had a good time. Yes. But I'm a solo traveler for sure. But I did enjoy the family vacation part, like when we just went and relaxed on the beach. So I might throw in some photos here on that. But again, you need to follow me on IG if you want to see like live updates because I just record them as stories. I don't typically do any more posts as often. But we got to go to I'm going to call it Jurassic Park, but it's called Kahlua Ranch. and we did some like Raptor um, ATVs throughout Movie Valley, where it's also a sacred area for Hawaiians because that's where their burial sites for their chiefs are. So it was a really nice story. I enjoyed it a lot. But we also got to see where like Jurassic Park was filmed, and that one scene where they're running from the stampede of those like meat eaters, and there's T-Rex coming in there. So I'll add that in here. But that was really fun excursion, so I recommend that. The food didn't enjoy as much, but I did try a lobster roll from a couple of places. I liked one more than the other, and I'll just post those here. But again, if you follow me on IG, I have like a story highlight for Hawaii visit, I think. Just click on that and it'll have like everything listed, and links to the businesses that I patronized when I was there. So that was a good trip. But again, solo traveler. So it was just a time difference. I think I posted one video like actual on my Instagram that like shows how I like to set up my hotel room when I'm traveling. But that's all I got from the Hawaii trip. It was a good experience. I would definitely, if I do Hawaii again, I'm definitely doing it via cruise. Again, I think for me, I need variety when I'm on vacation. That's why I love cruising, because I need to see different things. I like all-inclusive kind of situation. That way I know I always have like food, staple foods that I like available to me, versus like taking a luck of a draw where I go. But I definitely will do a cruise next time I go to Hawaii, where we visit the different islands, like probably a journeys, like 14-day or something. I think that would give me more flexibility. And that's what I recommend. Some people say it's more expensive to do the cruise, but I'm like, when you think about it, like we stayed at a really nice resort in Hawaii. And I definitely, if I did that again, it would only have to be the Ritz-Carlton in Waikiki, because they have great customer service. And it was nice to like pull your car up. They automatically come to your car, make sure they get everything out, and it just meets you at your room. Room service was excellent. Yes, I highly recommend that hotel for sure. Next, we went to graduation. When we flew back from Hawaii. Wait a minute. I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, because this is about me traveling. So I like to travel a certain way. I definitely, if I'm going for a long distance, I like to do first class. So we definitely did first class Delta One for Hawaii, and it was a nice experience. Having the beds that lay down, they massage a little bit, and that serve you. Like Delta did a really good job with that. I usually fly American Airlines, so it was nice flying Delta. Had a good experience with them. Delta Lounge was great. And it was pretty seeing like, I got a window seat on the way back from Hawaii, so it was pretty seeing the coast like at night when we were flying like over the water. We like probably takes 3 hours to go from Hawaii to California. But I opened the window, you can just see the stars lit up, and it was just so beautiful to I was like, I'm pretty sure I see a constellation or something. It just like, that's how bright the stars were. It's just so beautiful. And then we're getting closer, and I look on the map and it says we should be by California. And I look right over, you can just see the dark water, and then like all the coast that's just lit up with like the lights. And I just remember feeling so proud to be an American, because I was going to get me some fried chicken as soon as I got back home. Because when I tell you I missed the food on the mainland, I definitely missed the food on the mainland, for sure. But that's all I got to say about Hawaii, really. We just mostly like visit family, and so you can click on the stories to get like how I felt in the moment. We did photo shoots when we were out there. But so anyways, let's move on. So then when we got back from Hawaii, I pretty much had to hop in the car, drive straight to Philadelphia for graduation. I wanted to get settled in a hotel. We had rehearsal the next morning, and that's pretty much how my day went. So I was like a tired person for a while. And then when after graduation, Oh, I'll throw in some pictures. Yeah, might as well. Let me just throw in some pictures from that graduation day, whatever. It was a good day. Um, 12 years. 12 years. My heart's in the right place. I want to do some great things in the field for people. And it's a moment to be proud, like, especially having parents who didn't go to college, and they put a lot of time and effort in making sure we were educated in the STEM field. So thank you, Mom and Dad. Clap for them. Okay. And the village that it took to get me there. So I'll just, again, you can look at those now. Okay. So then next, after I had cousins who were graduating, I couldn't attend theirs because I had to start getting ready for my next trip. I was going to Seattle. And so that was just a short visit. It was like a day and a half for a conference. And they paid for everything. So we just flew how you wanted to fly. And that's when I realized that, you know what? I like flying first class. So, some people like houses, so they spend a lot of money on their house. Some people like nice cars, so they spend a lot of money on their cars. I'm a travel girl. I like to travel a certain way. So when I flew coach or main cabin, whatever, on this last trip that was sponsored by the company, I was just like, I can't do it. Not for long distances. That was a tough flight. I don't know if the leg room seemed shorter on that first flight. Oh my gosh. But it was hot too. Then there's medical emergencies and it just feels so uncomfortable. Like, I can't do it. I cannot. And then the return flight, bless those people's heart, but she was just coughing so much, like just so much. And I try not, it bothers me, whatever, because I have my mask on a plane, like enclosed environment, but it's just like, just hacking. Offered her a cough drop and she's into the herbal medicines, and that's fine. But again, it was a hard flight for me. So I was just like, you know what? I know how I want to fly going forward. But luckily, when I move, I'm driving there. It's about a 14-hour drive to Arkansas. But we going to make it good. And that car is going to stay right over there for a whole year until I decide what I'm going to do next. But, yeah, I enjoyed my time in Seattle. And again, if you go to my Instagram, you can see the recommendations for stuff to try there. That was my second time visiting because if you remember from my blog, I went to go visit Seattle back in 2016. And I really wrote long pieces and took lots of pictures of what I visited, what I recommended. Pretty much the same. The mac and cheese was popping from Beechers. Went to the original Starbucks. They have like the best baristas there. They're so like engaging, recommending stuff. I bought some cute cups from Pike Place. I like to collect my mugs. Yeah, nothing else I can say. I'm just rambling at this point. But now that's all I got to say here. I just added in the last little 10 minutes a video just to let you know how those trips went. But yeah, we're going to get more into solo cruising, solo traveling. Maybe I'll look for some all-inclusive resorts coming up for when I can take my PTO days as an employed resident. So that's all I got for this video. This is going to be short. This is just tell you that I've graduated, or we graduated, y'all. And we can't do the Disney cruise this year because I'm doing a residency, and you don't make no money when we're doing residency. We get paid, but it's nothing. So the next time, I think I want to do Disney cruise, maybe year 2024 or 2025. I'm going to plan that, and I will, when I get more organized, I will make a list of like stuff. So if people do want to start signing up for it, if they want more information to be part of the planning group, it'll be like a solo travel. So people who want to do Disney, because Disney is expensive, and that way we can have time to save. I know we tried to think about this back in 2018, but I still not a student anymore. No longer a student, a doctor, but residents are poor. We, contrary to popular belief, we don't have any money, but it won't always be that way. So anyways, that's all. Again, thank you for rocking with me for this long, and please subscribe if you're new to my channel and this is your first time seeing me. I like interacting with people. Hopefully I'll get to do some lives on the weekend or later on the weekday when I move to my new state. As I travel and experience more places, you'll be able to see that via my Instagram because it can be like quick, short videos. And that's all I got for today, folks. Bye bye.